I'm here to talk about something that was long overdue. For years, this character ran around looking mediocre, but when we talk about performance, this guy was pretty good. A demon who can simply kill whenever he wants. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, you will see the light of Gon's End. Gon's refresh has improved animations and VFX. One of the biggest issues with the old Gon is just how simple his moves looked. Not how they worked, how they looked. Rock was just an orange ball, which makes sense, but should it look that basic? I don't think so. What ABA did to Gon's Rock now makes it a lot more impactful, which is exactly what a move that is 45 damage needs. I know, I constantly compare and talk about VFX when they're not that important. I mean, listen, I don't think you're going to a ranked match asking, yo, how good does my fucking attacks look? Because let's be real, man, you don't care. However, I'm a YouTuber who likes to overanalyze bullshit. And I also like to, edit shit for a long period amount of time. So it doesn't matter, man. Of course, the next move in Gon's kit is Pole, which just launches you to wherever the hell you're trying to go. Now, this move didn't really need to change, but honestly, it looks way better than before. If you for some reason go back in time, you will notice that the old Pole looks kind of basic. Well, not kind of, it just fucking is basic. I mean, it's a wooden rod. Like literally, this shit sucks. Either way though, the new version, it looks a lot better. Now, as for Gon's third move, Scissor, man, let me just tell you about the old one, man. Listen, the speed probably didn't change, but the VFX got so much better that it's like confusing my mind. What am I trying to say? It's confusing my mind into thinking that it's a faster attack, when in reality, it's probably not faster. And I'm not gonna lie, I also feel for some reason it's much easier to either avoid getting punished off of or even attack afterwards too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man, I don't know what they did to him, but he just feels like he's on drugs now. But keep in mind though, I'm just saying feel, so it doesn't really matter, you know what I'm saying? Like, me saying feel doesn't mean that it's true, so keep that shit in mind, right? Don't take my word as the gospel. However though, I gotta be honest, man, Gon's fourth move, Paper, it has always been his weakest move visually. I mean, it's so simple that it works, but at the same time, man, it's just like a little extra kick could definitely make it better. And guess what? That's what they gave it. Because although the difference in the change isn't that noticeable or that crazy, well, it is noticeable, but it's not as crazy as you would imagine, it still works quite well. The old Gon is still iconic to ABA, and he's actually still in the game. If you go ahead and, use the 10th skin, you'll find that out. And on top of that, just one thing I want to talk about too, is ABA is actually adding a new roster, which is gonna have all the characters that got a rework, or I think a refresh. I'm not too sure if they're gonna add the characters who also got refreshed, but I'm pretty sure the characters that got reworked. So they're gonna add all the old versions back in the game, and you can purchase them for 50k gold. So it's gonna be very interesting to see. I will be buying that shit because I am a loser and I spend every single day on ABA. Well, this is obviously not true, you know what I'm saying? But listen, we're gonna go ahead and move on though. But look, I gotta say it like this, man. Before I continue, the goal for 2026 is to post 100 times this year. So if you wanna go ahead and join the journey, make sure you subscribe. But we're gonna move on to the next section of the video. Now, if you went back to this video right here, you would actually hear this. If you're gonna go over Gon, this has to improve. The animation is supposed to represent Gon's last resort. The sequence quickly transforms with you having a pretty nice animation. Not saying it has to be perfect, but it should definitely have more impact. And after seeing that Awaken animation, I have to put some respect on ABA's name. That shit was crazy. And I don't mean crazy as in, yeah, it's good, it's all right, it's cool. No, I mean as in that shit is up there with some of the best Awaken animations in ABA. Anyways though, he has a pretty ridiculous M1 buff inside his mode, so this animation is just a plus. And of course, I gotta say it like this, the mode in general pressures people to kill you quickly because the M1 buff is so crazy, and if you fuck up, guess what? Your health is getting melted faster than a fucking stick of butter. I'm sorry, bro, it's over. But look, I actually have an example of the pressure being able to work inside ABA. For example, right here, right? We got the Sukuna. The Sukuna, you know what I'm saying? They're a decent player, but they're more like, they're like stay back, pick their poison type of player, right? I don't know how to explain it exactly, but that's kind of how they are. But with that said, right, what I did is I moded early when I was low at, with just 3 lives. And then when they killed me, I knew I was gonna get my mode back from dying. So that's already something that's locked in. And that's one thing I like about Gon. Gon is such a, not even a versatile character, I would say, but he's a character you can just win with, even if you're losing. If I was using somebody else and I died here, my mode most likely wouldn't have been enough to go ahead and get the kill. One thing I gotta say though, is Gon's End. Gon's End, it looks way better than before. Like, Like, listen, the old animation is iconic the same way with Gon's Awakening animation, the old one. They're both iconic, right? Gon as a whole is an iconic character when it comes to ABA. When you ever play ABA, the first character you're probably thinking of is Gon because of how annoying he is to fight. But look, man, Gon is just so iconic, and to see his one shot get refreshed, get refixed up, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff, it really does make him a whole lot better to play. Now, will I be playing Gon over some of the newer characters or some of the other characters that are a little bit more brain dead with what they can do? I don't think so, right? But Gon will still be a guy that, you know what I'm saying, people play regardless because he looks pretty good. He's a great character overall. And now he has a refresh. So he's updated, and hopefully he stays like that for the game, but we don't know how ABA will evolve. We gotta see with time. Anyways, though, 2026 has been a pretty good year so far. Of course, let me say it like this, right? There's only been 9 days as of this recording. So I'm not gonna criticize or, you know what I'm saying, go too crazy about the year too far, right? But so far for me, it's been pretty good. Hopefully it's been good for y'all. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and actually, hold on, I don't even know why I'm ending the video right now because it's not even over. Let me go ahead and get into the refresh rating. Now listen, this is not gonna be something that I do too often because I don't really care that much for refresh characters sometimes. But the refresh rating I'm gonna be giving for Gon is a 9 out of 10. Now listen, this isn't the craziest rating. However, I'm gonna be honest, man. I do think that a 9 out of 10 kind of stands for Gon. I mean, the thing is with the refresh rating though, is if it's low, it means that the refresh was dog shit. Like the character was probably better off without the refresh. But in this opinion, I feel like it does work quite a bit because obviously he didn't get like a move change like Stark, right? Stark's refresh did revamp one of his moves and kind of change it up a bit. Gon didn't really get that. It was like his VFX. So I guess I could go with a little bit lower of a score, but I feel like 8.5 or 9 out of 10 kind of stands. So I'll probably go with 8.5, honestly. So we'll go 8.5 on that. But like I said, man, I think Gon is honestly a pretty good character. And he also got a pretty good refresh. So there's not really much else I got to say about that. So it's like the character was already solid before the refresh. So it didn't really matter that he got refreshed, right? It's just like a bonus. So I think 9 or 8.5 actually kind of works. So yeah, I'll say 8.5 for the rating. All right, with that said, we're going to go ahead and end the video. You know, I know obviously this wasn't the most high quality video, you know what I'm saying? But not every single video can be some like, you know, some crazy little shit, right? And obviously then I'm trying to improve my animations, or not my animations here, right? I'm working on animations on the side, but I'm talking about I'm trying to improve my editing, right? I'm trying to get better at editing over time and all that stuff. So yeah, we're posting some little videos from time to time, and of course I'm gonna edit this one and try to make it look as good as possible for, you know what I'm saying, what's required. But yeah, man, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe. I know it wasn't the most high quality video to post, but like I said, there's not really, I can't really do like a deep dive on Gon's refresh. It just isn't that crazy to do a deep dive, right? It's not like he got like a crazy new change. But yeah, honestly, man, he looks pretty decent, looks pretty solid. And also, man, nigga, don't call me Unc in the comments, bro. I am literally near the same age as y'all niggas, bro. I don't want to hear that shit calling me Unc, bro. I may sound like I'm 45 years old, but I'm actually 19. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end this video. Make sure you like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, man.